Welcome back to the CryptoWorld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Ethereum is currently forming a massive new pattern that we need to pay attention to because this could set up a huge price target to the upside. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment, alongside Chainlink getting closer towards a breakout here in the RSI, while the price of XRP is still trading within this parallel channel, and Solana is still rejecting from this short-term resistance, but possibly starting to form more of a sideways price range right now. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly Ethereum chart, and right now the price of ETH is technically still in a multi-year bull market that we've been in since basically the middle of 2022, because as we can see, since then we've been forming significant higher lows and higher highs in the price of Ethereum on this chart right here, which is technically a bull market, a larger bullish trend. And so when it comes to the bull market versus bear market, things are still looking okay, still pointing towards a bull market for as long as the price is still trading at least above this line right here, which is currently sitting at around 2.6k. If we start breaking below that line, and especially below this previous significant low, in that case, obviously that would be a major change in price structure on the larger timeframes. But for now, that has not happened. As of right now, we're potentially just seeing a short-term pullback during a larger bull market, as we've seen many times over the last few years. And right now on the weekly time frame, we're possibly forming a new pattern that we need to pay attention to. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment, alongside the potential price target for this pattern. But first, looking at other points of support and resistance to watch out for, we do on this 3-day time frame have that point of resistance at around 4.1k, and this point of support at just above 3.2k, around 3240 to 3250, acting as support. And if we're taking a look at this daily time frame, we have this previous area of support and also previous resistance now acting as new resistance again, and that's sitting in between around 3430 to 3560. So expect the price to struggle in that area, but if we can finally break out back above around 3560, then in that case we have this major area of resistance in between around 3.9k to 4.1k. So once again, 4.1k is definitely the level to break out above in order to flip much more bullish and expect the major bullish move, the next major bullish move, and especially the price target based on this, which I'll talk about in just a moment once again. But for now, those are the levels of resistance to watch out for on the daily time frame, and this area of support is still sitting in between around $3,000 to 3.1k. But once again, between now and then, we also have this level of support here on the 3-day time frame at around 3240. And if we're taking a look at this daily time frame right here, technically speaking, this bearish divergence is still active, because for now we've not yet confirmed an invalidation signal to invalidate the bearish divergence, which means right now it's still technically playing out, as I've been saying basically every day since all the way back up here. So once again, as I've been repeating since back then, we're likely going to see either a bit of a short-term pullback, or at the very least just some choppy sideways price action as the most common price action, the most likely outcomes from a bearish divergence. And so far over the last couple of weeks, this is exactly what we've seen as expected. And so once again, this is still playing out, but while this is playing out, this was actually necessary in order to continue the formation for this massive inverse head and shoulders pattern here on the weekly Ethereum chart, because in order to actually form this pattern, we needed to see some sort of pullback here over the last few weeks or so. And then what we need to see now in order to complete the formation for this pattern is basically a recovery at some point over the next couple of months or so, because remember, this is on the weekly time frame. Each one of these candles is an entire week, so even if it takes weeks or even a month to actually recover back up towards these highs, that's still okay. In fact, that's essentially necessary for this pattern right here. But either way, whether it takes a few weeks or even 1 to 2 months, if we can eventually get back up towards this line right here, the neckline for the inverse head and shoulders pattern sitting at roughly around $4,000, but ideally, once again, we need to break out above 4.1k. If that happens, if we see a confirmed breakout, ideally with a weekly candle close above 4.1k, then that would confirm the pattern, confirm the breakout for this pattern right here, setting up the bullish price target for this pattern. And in case you're wondering, the bullish price target for this breakout pattern right here, if we actually confirm the breakout, once again, as of right now, we've not yet confirmed the breakout, but if we confirm this bullish breakout above 4.1k, that will set up a price target at around $7,000 per Ethereum. That is right, around 6.9k to 7k per ETH. And so measuring from the point of the breakout here, from the neckline to that price target, that's possibly more than a 70% pump, around a 74% move towards the upside in the price of Ethereum. But once again, that price target only comes into play if we first complete the right shoulder and then confirm a breakout above 4.1k with confirmation. So a weekly candle close, ideally confirming above 4.1k in order to actually confirm this price target at close to $7,000. And if that actually starts to play out, if we can finally break out above these highs on the weekly time frame, that could possibly trigger an altcoin season where we could potentially see major gains in the altcoin market. But as always, even if we have a bullish price target to the upside, we cannot ignore resistance. So even if we break out above 4.1k, of course, there will be other points along the way where we'll likely find a lot of resistance between now and 7,000. So for example, the previous all-time high at around 4.8k, give or take, we'll likely find a decent amount of resistance right there. And of course, there will likely be other Fibonacci levels, which I'll talk about if the price begins to play that out. But for now, once again, this is not currently confirmed. We're still waiting for that recovery in the coming weeks or possibly over the next 1 or 2 months. And obviously, we may never see that. This may never actually confirm. So we still need to see that. And then the breakout above 4.1k in order to actually confirm this pattern and the price target. And so this is a possible trading opportunity to pay attention to, but right now it is not in place. So I'll not be entering in a trade right now based on this pattern right here because it's not confirmed once again. But if you want to get set up ready to go to take these trading opportunities when they occur, personally, I take a lot of trades over on BTNX. So I'll make sure to leave a link to BTNX below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link below this video to BTNX, it'll take you to this page where you can get an exclusive deposit bonus that you can only claim using that link. So if you simply just click that link to make your account and then deposit just $100, you get a $20 bonus. Or if you deposit $500, you get a $100 bonus. Or if you deposit just 1,000 USDT and start trading, you get a $200 bonus straight into your new account. But that's only available once again if you use the link below this video to make your account and start trading on that account. So if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, or if you want to get set up ready to go to take the next trading opportunity, you might as well check this out. Once again, first link below this video. And also, in case you're wondering, BitNX is a no KYC exchange, which means you can access it from basically any country in the world without needing any KYC. But for whatever reason, if you don't want BitNX, there is also Bybit out there as another option, another exchange that I also trade on. And so I'll also make sure to leave a link to Bybit below this video. And if you use that link, you can claim a 500 USDT position airdrop. So basically a free $500 trade, but that's only available if you use the link below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account. But with that being said, taking a look at the Chainlink chart on the weekly time frame, and as I've recorded this video, the price of Chainlink is still holding above this golden pocket, which is currently acting as support, sitting in between around $21 to $23. And of course, we still have a lot of resistance at close to $31 based on this Fibonacci level. And so not much has really changed in that regard for the price of Chainlink on the larger time frames. And of course, we still have support to the downside at close to $18 and more support at close to $16 and also more support at just above $12 if we were to break below the golden pocket. But for now, we are finding support in between $21 to $23. And right now, despite this short-term pullback, for as long as we're still holding above the golden pocket, the price of Chainlink can remain within a larger bull market. As we can see on the weekly time frame, we're still seeing higher lows and higher highs, which is technically a bullish trend or a bull market. But if we were to confirm a break below $21, below this golden pocket with a weekly candle close below $21, then in the short to midterm, talking about the next few weeks or months, that would be bad news for the price of Chainlink if we actually confirm a break below $21. But for now, that hasn't happened. And if we're taking a look at the shorter term, looking at the 8-hour time frame, right now we're still possibly forming a head and shoulders pattern on the 8-hour Chainlink chart with a left shoulder, a head, and right now a right shoulder. But this pattern as of right now is not confirmed. I want to make that clear because in order to actually confirm this pattern, we need to see a confirmed break with candle closes below this neckline right here, sitting at just above $21. So essentially, we need to break below $21 with confirmation. So candle closes below that level in order to confirm this short-term bearish pattern, this head and shoulders pattern, and that will set up a short-term bearish price target if we break below $21 with confirmation, and that price target would be sitting at close to $15. So from that neckline to that price target, that's nearly a 30% move towards the downside. But remember, that possible price target in this pattern right here is not confirmed because we've not yet confirmed the break below $21. But what is technically confirmed and has already been playing out is this short-term bearish divergence on the 8-hour Chainlink chart, with higher highs confirmed in the price and lower highs confirmed in the RSI. And while the RSI is still rejecting from this resistance, as we could see, technically speaking, the bearish divergence still is active. It's still having an effect on the price, which essentially is holding the price down a little bit here in the short term and not really allowing a lot of bullish momentum. But right now, the price of Chainlink is starting to potentially form not only higher lows, but also potentially higher highs here in the short term in the price. So all we need to see now is a breakout in the Chainlink RSI, ideally here on the 8-hour time frame, breaking out above this descending line of resistance and ideally breaking out above this previous high in the RSI to actually create higher highs in the RSI alongside higher highs in the price. And so if we see that signal here in the RSI, the breakout into new higher highs, that would be a very bullish signal, finally pointing towards potentially more bullish momentum, because we're already starting to see these higher lows in not only the price, but also in the RSI. And we're starting to see higher highs in the price and the RSI. All we need to see now is that breakout in the RSI in order to fully invalidate this previous bearish divergence and finally start expecting a little bit more of a bullish relief. So this is really a make or break moment, at least in the short term, for the price of Chainlink. And if we're taking a look at XRP on the 4-hour time frame, technically speaking, the price of XRP is still simply trading within this descending parallel channel, also known as a short-term bearish trend, forming lower highs and lower lows. And as of right now, the support line for this parallel channel is sitting at approximately $1.90, and the line of resistance for this parallel channel is sitting at approximately $2.59, and the center line for the parallel channel is sitting at approximately $2.22. And as I've talked about recently here on the channel quite a lot actually, usually the price of XRP and a lot of cryptos out there within the parallel channel tends to gravitate towards the center line, as we can see time and time again. As soon as the price basically deviates beyond the center line, either to the downside or to the upside, pretty quickly the price reverts back to the center line. And so as I've already been sharing over the last week approximately, we can use that very basic information as a potential trading strategy where we simply just long XRP or buy XRP well below the center line and then short or sell well above the center line. And obviously over the last 1 week since I've been talking about that trading strategy, that has been working very well if you've been following that trading strategy. Obviously, if you shorted any of these highs right here and then basically took profits close to the center line, or if you longed any of these lows right here and then took profits close to this center line, you would have done well. These have been profitable trades, just very, very short-term trades, obviously. But even in this type of price action, even when the price is not exploding to the upside and we're seeing a lot of choppy sideways price action and even slightly bearish price action, you can still use very basic trading strategies like that one that I just shared over the last week or so to continue to make profits in crypto, even during this type of price action. And once again, if you want to trade those moves in crypto, check out those links below this video to claim those extra bonuses. But taking a look at the price of Solana on the 8-hour time frame, and right now Solana is continuing that short-term rejection from this major area of resistance in between around $200 to $205. And of course, we still have a lot of support at around $180. So right now, the price of Solana is basically forming a bit of a sideways price range, just consolidating sideways within support and resistance here. And so overall, in the immediate short term, while the price is within this sideways price range in between around $180 to just above $200 as resistance, of course, we're simply looking neutral in the immediate short term, chopping around sideways, but this is occurring within this bearish trend, as we could see. So overall, we're actually looking neutral to bearish in the short term right here. And I would only finally start to flip much more bullish again on the price of Solana in terms of the trend and momentum if at the very least we see a confirmed breakout with candle closes back above $205, and especially if we can flip that previous resistance into new support, that would be another bullish confirmation signal, a bullish reversal signal that I'll be watching out for. But for now, that has not happened, and of course, even in that situation, we still have more resistance at around $222, more resistance at $232, more resistance at $246, and $260. And if we were to see a confirmed break below $180 with candle closes below that level, in that case, we have this significant area of support down here sitting in between around 156 to 161. But for now, 180 is still strong support, at least here in the short term, and in between 200 to 205 is still currently acting as strong resistance. And so that's the situation for Solana here in the short term. Not a lot has changed over the last one day, but once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, you can profit from all of that price action by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.